Good morning. We're back with another video today. Let's get into it. The first thing that I'm going to be doing today is taking all of these 3/4 inch thick red oak face frames over there, and we're going to palm sand them just to clean it up. It goes through the vertical belt sander, and it comes out like 95% good. I just want to make sure that it's perfect before it gets sent over to the other facility to get stained, to get clear coated, sent inside of the oven to get cured out and everything. So we're going to palm sand those. We're going to double check all of the heights, the widths, everything. And then beforehand, I make measurements for the drawer boxes based off the dimensions of the face frame. But it's kind of theory until it's law, until it's actually in front of you, right? So I'm also going to double check those just to make sure that the drawer boxes don't get made, and then right when we're going to install them, we find out they're wrong. I would rather find out right now. So sand them, double check the widths and heights of the face frames, double check the widths and heights of the drawer boxes, and then go from there. I now have all of the face frames fully palm sanded. We need to double check them, double check the drawer box math, but we'll do that in a little while. We have the applied panels back here. We're going to load them up to another van here in a minute, and then they're going to go get installed at the kitchen. So we'll take care of that, take care of the face frames, probably send the face frames, the skin side panels, and the trim, all of its red oak, over to the facility, the other facility, to get stained, clear coated, sent through the oven and everything. And then we can start working on cutting out the cabinet shelves for the job, or start cutting out drawer boxes for this job. We can start building face frames for another job, so there's quite a bit more left to do. So let's double check the math for the face frames, double check the drawer box math, and then transfer these applied panels to the other van. This is how the applied panels turned out. Red oak, custom stained, clear coated, sent through the oven so they're cured out and hardened. These are going to get transferred to the other van and then go and get installed. I believe there's 8 of them total. Yep, that's how they look. It looks super awesome.
Hey guys, we're putting in this new cabinet here. Just making room, pulling out nails, replacing an old cabinet that was already here. Cabinet's coming along. We got it all caulked and filled in now. Got the crown up. Brandon's getting ready to put the door in. Once the door's in, I'll show you the final updates. It's coming together nice though. And I will also end up putting in shelves and put one here, here, and here. Cabinet's coming to an end now. Got everything filled in, caulked, puttied, doors on, shelves are in. She wanted them spaced like this so she can fit her coffee stuff. Outlet's still back there, cut out nicely. Came out really nice. Obviously just soft closed door.
The guys got back from installing that specialty cabinet that we made yesterday. And we loaded up the applied panels, and they went to go install those at the other job. So now what I'm doing here is, this is the last face frame for this job that has to get sanded. And it's kind of wonky. Not wonky, it's weird. It's going to be a full floor to bulkhead or ceiling cabinet. And what's weird about it is there's not that much space. Really, there's not enough space. And it can't be moved because the fridge needs a certain amount of space. So I had to come up with a way to make this oven, this wall oven, fit inside of this cabinet and not take up any space for the fridge. Really, I need an extra 1.5 inches of width, but I just don't have it. So this whole cabinet, or this whole face frame, this is the bottom piece that will have a drawer and a door, 2 doors actually. And then this is where the wall oven will be. And up here there will be 2 doors. So 1.5 inches wide on the doors, 1.5 inches wide on the doors. But on the wall oven, again, there's not enough space. So I have to make this only 3/4 of an inch wide. That's what makes it weird, because I couldn't run a whole board all the way through like normal, 1.5 inches wide. So what I'm going to do is, or what I've done is, I made it into 3 separate sections, top, middle, bottom. And I'm going to screw these together here. And I didn't want to make a lower cabinet and an upper cabinet, or a lower, a middle, and an upper, because then things get weird when you install it that way. I'd rather it be one super strong singular cabinet, and I will attempt here, at least this is my plan, to attach the face frame with screws through here and here. We'll sand it all as one unit, get it perfectly flush, the seam perfectly flush, and it'll look how it should. I've just never done it this way, so let's see how it turns out. I have 5 holes pre-drilled with 2.5-inch GRK screws on each side, so 10 total. I'm going to use this clamp to align the face of the face frames flush, and then I'm going to glue and screw. Hopefully it turns out correct. And just like that, it's all connected as one whole piece, super strong. We have good connection with the glue squeeze out. So now I'm just gonna slightly putty these seams and then take it to the vertical belt sander and sand this whole thing down. Wouldn't have been possible without this tool, because I'm able to get right down in there straight without an angle and get that screw into there. So you need one of these. This face frame put together, so now our next task is to send it to the vertical belt sander and get it from 13/16 thick to 3/4 thick. The face frames have been double checked, fully sanded. They are all completely ready to go over to the other warehouse. The trim is ready as well, and the side panels have already been sent. So now we're going to start ripping down face frames out of beech wood for painted face frames for a different job. Jacob's going to start ripping down material rough width. We'll cut them on the chop saw. We'll cut them down to the size they need to be, run them through the vertical belt sander to get them perfect, and then Craig jig them, start putting them together, and just repeat the process we just did. Jacob's over there cutting out the face frames out of beech for this next cabinet order. It's only 6 cabinets. I've cut out the MDF skin side panels for this, and it's painted, so we're using MDF, so it shows no grain. Super stable product. There's only 3 side panels, because again, it's only 6 cabinets. So I'm going to lightly sand these to make sure there's no scratch marks or anything. The skins will be done, and we'll go help Jacob start putting together the face frame. We have our MDF skins fully cut down, just lightly sanded, make sure there are no scuffs on them, double checked, measured them, labeled them. So now I'm gonna go help Jacob cut down face frames. We'll take them to the vertical belt sander, start sanding them. Then it's Craig jigging, then it's time to put them together. Then we gotta send them to the vertical belt sander again, measure them, palm sand them. So there's quite a bit to do, let's get to it. We just finished sanding those 6 face frames made out of beech material that will get painted tomorrow. The kitchen that we're doing, it's a kitchen laundry room. Kitchen's one color, laundry room's another color. So we double checked the measurements, double checked the drawer box measurements, double checked everything. We still have to cut the trim for them, drawer boxes, put the cabinets together, do a whole bunch of stuff. But the side panels and the face frames can get sent over to get painted tomorrow. And yeah, we'll just see what else we get in tomorrow. Adios.